然后编号，好了，有吗？有没有？声音清不清楚
Hello,
teacher，
Hi,
大声一点，清楚吗？讲话。
my name is Zach. What is your name?
my name is Jessie.
Hi, Jessie. It is nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I see before our lesson today that you would like to have introductions.
Yes,
Excellent. Would you like to go for it first, or should I, Jessie?
you.
Okay, great. My name is Zach, and I live in the United States. I have a wife and a daughter, and I enjoy playing video games and watching movies. What about you, Jessie?
I'm 8 years old. I come from Taiwan, but I live in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Very good. And what do you like to do for fun?
I like to play iPad.
Do you have any apps that you like to play?
Used to be.
What do you play?
I don't play. I watch used to be.
You watch videos.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. So, I see that you have selected a lesson for us today. Unit 7, People of the World.
Yes.
Excellent. What we will do is I will read a sentence and you can repeat after me. How does that sound? Okay?
Okay.
Okay. People live in all parts of the world.
People live in all parts of the world.
Most people live in towns and cities, but other people live hundreds of kilometers from the nearest city.
Most people live in town and cities, but other people live hundreds of kilometers from the nearest city.
They live on high mountains.
They live on high mountains.
They live in hot deserts and in snowy forests.
They live in hot deserts and in snowy forests.
They keep animals for food.
They keep animals for food.
They make their clothes and homes.
They make their clothes and homes.
They are different to people who live in large towns and cities because they do not need lots of shops, cars, and lorries. They do not use... I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They are different to people who live in large towns and cities because they do not need lots of shops, cars, and lorries. They do not use much electricity or water.
Okay, very good job. Do you have any questions, Jessie, about this paragraph?
No.
Okay, excellent. Then we will go on to the next section, Weavers of South America. The Incas lived in Peru in South America.
The Incas lived in Peru in South America.
500 years ago, they were very rich and powerful.
500 years ago, they were very rich and powerful.
They had many large cities, and they were good fighters.
They had many large cities and they were good fighters.
They had gold, silver, and jewels.
They had gold, silver, and jewels.
They kept many animals, and they had good food and clothes.
They keep many animals and they had good food and clothes.
Then explorers from Spain came.
Then explorers from Spain came.
They fought the Incas and captured their king.
They found the Incas and captured their king.
After that, the Spanish ruled over the Incas.
After that, the Spanish ruled over the Incas.
The Incas spoke the Quechua language.
The Incas spoke the Quechua language.
Quechua people are living in Peru today.
Quechua people are still living in Peru today.
They keep sheep and goats in the mountains.
They keep sheep and goats in the mountain.
They get wool from the animals.
They get wool from the animal.
They spin the wool and weave it into cloth.
They spin the wool and weave into the cloth.
They make patterns in the cloth.
They make patterns in the cloth.
The patterns are like the old Inca patterns.
The patterns are like an old Inca pattern.
Okay, very good. So do you have any questions about this, about the customs in the old world?
No.
Okay, so I see some words are highlighted here.
Yes.
So let's go back to the top. And it looks like in the first paragraph, lorries is highlighted. Jessie, what do you think lorries means?
Lorry is a big car and
That's correct. A lorry is a big cart. Was there something you were going to add to it?
no.
Okay. Let's go to the second paragraph. Fighters. Do you know what fighters are?
Yes.
Okay, can you describe fighters for me?
Fighters have to fight other people.
Okay. So soldiers are fighters?
Yes.
Okay. And maybe boxers or wrestlers are fighters? So what about captured?
Captured is to catch
Yeah, that's correct. It's to catch something and to take care to hold them. So you could capture a bird. Let's go to the third paragraph. The word patterns. Can you tell me what a pattern is?
I don't know.
Okay, so let's look at the picture at the bottom of the page. Do you see the woman's clothes?
Yes.
The colors and the way that they repeat is a pattern. So if we were to draw a picture and we drew a picture of a tiger, and we made the tiger have stripes on his back. Do you understand?
Yes.
The stripes would be a pattern. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Can you give me an example of another pattern?
Mm, the zebra.
Zebra stripes?
Yes.
Good, good. Yes, zebra stripes are another pattern. Can you think of a pattern on something in your house?
On my back.
So your bag has a pattern.
Yes.
The wall behind you has a brick pattern. Do you see the red brick pattern behind you on the wall?
Yes.
Okay, good. Um, did you know about these people in South America that live high in the mountains? Did you know about these people, Jessie, before we read this?
They. This. The Incas live in Peru in South America.
Yes. Have you heard of them before?
No.
Did you know that people live far up in the mountains where there is not where there are no cities?
Yes.
Have you ever been far away from the city?
No.
I know that in Vietnam there are jungles, right?
I don't go, but I don't know.
So would you ever go on an adventure into the jungle?
No.
Well, that is good. I don't think that you should go into the jungle on an adventure. Uh, there might really be tigers out there. Are there tigers in Vietnam, Jessie?
I think yes.
Ah, so, um, what other places do you think people live far away from cities? Do you have any guesses?
No.
There are people in the North Pole. Do you know about the North Pole? That is the very top of the world, and it is very cold. Do you know about polar bears?
No.
Would you like to see a picture of a polar bear?
Okay.
Do you know what a penguin is?
Yes.
So you know penguin.
Yes.
So penguins live where it is very cold. That is, many penguins live in the North Pole. Do you know what a seal is?
No.
Ah. I will show you a picture of a bear and a seal. So, this is, tell me if you can see the picture.
Yes.
Okay, so, do you see the bear?
Yes.
And the cute little animal there is a seal. Seals live in the cold water in the North Pole. And the bear is trying to eat the seal because seals are very delicious. But the seal is going to jump into the water and swim away. So, far in the North Pole, there are also people who live there. Much like the people who live in the mountains, these people do not live near cities either, and they live in the North Pole. Would you like to see a picture of an Eskimo?
Okay.
Have you ever heard the word Eskimo?
No.
Okay, so the people that lived in South America were called Incas, right?
Yes.
These people, Eskimos, are the people that live in the North Pole. So, in this picture, you can see the man is wearing seal, a coat made out of seal fur. And you can see his coat is very big because it's very cold. And you see the dogs?
Yes. It's wolf.
What do you
Wolf.
what do you think that the dogs are for?
To
Do you know what the Eskimos use the dogs for?
No.
They use them to pull their sleds. Do you know what a sled is?
Yes.
So, would you like to see a picture of a dog sled team?
Okay.
So, this is a picture of dogs, a dog sled team. And you see the man is riding the sled and all the dogs pull him.
Wait a minute. Yes.
Does that look like fun to you?
Yes.
Would you go on a dog sled?
No.
No?
No.
Too dangerous for you?
No. Because I don't go there.
Too cold?
Yes.
Maybe Would you like to hear about people who live in the ocean?
Okay.
Have you ever heard of people who live in the ocean?
No.
They do not live. They live in the Pacific Ocean, and they live in houses built on boats, and they go from island to island, living from fishing. So these people are warm,
Uh,
and they build their cities in the
oh.
water,
Oh.
and they always have. There's no land.
Oh.
What do you think that would be like?
Dangerous
Ah, why dangerous?
because it's ocean.
So here is a picture of children, maybe your age or even younger, who are paddling a boat. If you were visiting, would you go on a boat ride with them?
No.
Why not?
I'm scared.
Ah, scared of the ocean?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Is there anywhere else you can think of besides high in the Peru Mountains, or in the cold North Pole, or in the ocean, far in the ocean, where people might live far away from cities?
Mm.
Any guesses?
No.
I can think of one more before our class is over. Would you like to know what other type of people live far away from cities?
Okay.
谢谢老师。
People who live in the jungles of Africa. Have you ever seen pictures of the jungles in Africa?
No.
They are the jungle in Africa is very thick, and it makes it difficult for them to do anything because they do not ever leave. They do not leave the jungles because the jungles are dangerous. So I'm sorry, I'm having trouble finding a good picture of some people in the jungles.
Okay.
One moment, I'm sure that I can find. Okay. Well, here is a picture of the jungle. And in this picture, you can see a house built high up in the trees?
Well,
Would you live in a house up in the tree like that?
no.
Okay, well, Jessie, it looks like our time for our class is over. So, I hope that you enjoyed our class, and if you enjoyed it, I hope to see you again.
Thank you, teacher.
No problem. Bye, Jessie.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. 挂掉。